It said, Arjun, that I've read this. You can confer and let me know what your observation is. I've read that almost 100% of the Earth population has actually had contact with extraterrestrials, but because the majority of us cannot sustain that on a conscious level, it's just too much for us. We put it away somewhere and it becomes more like a dream we think we had, or maybe we fell asleep and woke up and think something strange happened. Different for everybody. Is that true? Have we actually almost all, maybe all, had interaction already physically with extraterrestrials?
Oh, there's a difference right there. We were just
Okay.
gonna jump in and say, okay, that would be a differentiation. So 100%, and we mean a full 100% of you had contact with extraterrestrials in one way, shape, or form, if you wish to look at it from an energetic point of view. Because since you are all the results of focus points, you could say, stretching out into the idea of a human experience, you are from the quote unquote non-physical realm. That already right there makes you having an extraterrestrial origin, not of Earth. You choose Earth to have a human experience upon, you see. So you're all already spiritually, intrinsically interwoven with the cosmos. You're much larger than just the idea of your planet. Now, extraterrestrial means of your planet, so of Earth. So in that sense, energetically, yes, you all are, in a sense, star seeds. Even more literally, if you're looking at your DNA, since you are all hybridized into human sapiens and you're containing ET DNA from the area of what your scientists call the missing link, which refers back to the interaction that has been there with the Anunnaki that co-created this race that you understand yourself to be into reality. Now, apart from that, about 1/3 of your human population has had physical contact and hasn't been able, or at least the majority of those, haven't been able to retain a conscious memory of that. And by physical, we mean still a little bit of an overlap between physical interactions on your frequency wavelength in a physical dream point of view, or physical as in having an out of body experience, and it's the closest layer to which you could get physical. Within these two levels, there have been physical experiences for about 1/3, usually connected to the idea of the hybridization program in one way, shape, or form. So that's pretty large amount.
Yes, very large.
But you're all star seeds. You all contain stardust. And if you want to be very literal about that, your scientists even know this. You're made of stardust. You are of the cosmos. You all are, everything on your planet in that sense is eventually of the cosmos. And so there are many angles that you can choose to look from in tuning deeper into that. But when it comes to the forgetting of these types of interactions, realize that you're chosen to forget, that the wiping of the mind was never done to you, that it is something that you allowed or co-created with another species, because whatever the memory was, no matter how joyful or perhaps frightening for that version of a person that you quote unquote were in the past as you created from now, the forgotten memory would have, in one way, shape, or form, interfered too much with the theme that you're choosing to play out in your humanly focused life. And this is why you choose to forget. It's not because you're dumb or because you're too forgetful or you're not smart enough. It's because you're so incredibly smart. You're such amazing multitaskers that all of you, every night, whilst you dream, travel amongst the stars in different levels of dimensions, in all kinds of realities, living out all types of storylines, quote unquote, over there. and then return to your humanly focused lifetime to live out themes with the information that you've gathered from these multidimensional layers, so that you can apply them in your day-to-day waking state as you understand that to be. And even during your waking state, you may get that information from imagination, from creativity, from following your highest excitement, because as you do that, you're in a channeling state. So in that sense, you're always all channeling in one way, shape, or form, whether it is channeling your rational mind, thinking it knows it all, or channeling your heart, your higher knowingness in harmony with the rational mind, so that you can practically apply the information that you're constantly giving yourself, because none of you are here without guidance. And many of you have interdimensional guides at your side in that way. Now, there's another little angle that we may want to look at just for a second. Some people on your planet here and now today have chosen to have a greater portion, let's say, of their non-physical assistance to have a stronger extra dimensional flavor to it, so to speak. There's more ETs in their guide team, if you wish to put it colloquially. And some people have more of a connection energetically with the idea of their ancestors on Earth, their family members, and so forth, really strongly feeling that these people are guiding them, or wondering if these people are guiding them, but not being sure, but feeling that this connection is more accessible to them. In either case, you will give yourself opportunities throughout your humanly focused lifetime to become consciously aware of the fact that you're being guided. These invitations are constantly sent to you. You may either run into this type of a recording and hear this information and suddenly get goosebumps. You may read a book. You may hear somebody say something to somebody else on the street that sounds like a conversation about mediumship or what have you. And you may frown about it and wonder, and that little question mark in that moment may reveal to you that there's an energy waiting to connect with you more. Now, it's always up to you. There's no insistence on our side. It's always up to you to connect to that more. But none of you are here without assistance. We always make a little joke about that. None of you in your right mind would incarnate on Earth without assistance. You all have assistance. You're all being guided. You're all unconditionally loved by us and the universe as a whole. Now, can you play with that?
Ooh, I sure can. That was a whole nother something, something. Arjun, thank you so much for being with us, for bringing this level of conversation, just for being such a gorgeous creature, caring creature. And I just leave with that, and I hope everybody could really feel the potency of that. And that just completely took away any vestige of separation that might have still been there, certainly for me, which is, wow, they could be my guides. They could be with me right now. They could be so excited that I've opened the door to this in the way that I have, because this feels so much like the conversation that I really want to have. So thank you for that amazing insight, and a place for all of us to continue to explore our connection with those who may also be our guides, who are not from this planet.
And we thank you for the invitation of this interaction and for creating the platform as you do, with the assistance that we know you've got. We send you our unconditional love and wish you all a wonderful, brilliant, and very magical, positively synchronous rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste.